In this lecture, we are going to look at the date-based filtering in Excel. Here we have a date-based column for date announced. So let's go ahead and apply a few filters based on these dates on this column. I'll go to this drop-down, click on it, and the first thing that I notice, which is something unusual as compared to the last two filtering options, is this list box here. Notice how instead of having individual dates, we are having groupings. So we are having grouping of year. Within that, we have the grouping of month. And if I click on this to expand it, then I will see the actual dates. So Excel is really smart here. It actually groups your data and shows you the entire group of year and month before it goes down to individual dates, which actually gives you the option of filtering by years and months as well. So for example, if I don't want to look at the month of March and April, I can simply remove the tick mark from here instead of constantly removing tick marks from all the individual dates of these months. So this is a really smart feature that Excel has, and you can use that in order to remove complete, or I would say filter complete selections in terms of months and years. For example, let's remove April and March and click on OK. This will give you data only for this particular month of Jan and Feb. Let's go back and clear the filter. There we go. Now we have our original data. Let's again go to date announced and this time apply a few date-based filters from here. I'll click on this and here we have a list of different filters that we can apply. The first thing that we have here is equals. So if you want to say that the date should equal a particular date, you can simply say equals. Here you can either type the date as, let's say, 01/01/2020, or you can simply go to the date picker, click on date picker and select your date from here. So I'll go to, let's say, March 20th. Let's go to March 20th, select it and click on OK. So all the patients who were tested positive of COVID on that particular day will be visible to us. Notice how the icon also contains this funnel. This tells you that some kind of filtering has been applied on this column. All the other icons where the filter is not applied will not be having that icon. So you can click on this and now you can again clear your filter to apply some other one. I'll go back to this. Then we have a set of before, after and between. If you want to say that the date should be before a particular date, for example, I want to see all the patients before the 20th of March, you can select before. Again go to the date picker and select 20th of March here and then click on OK. Whatever is or all the patients who are before the 20th of March detected positive, they will be visible. The next option that we have is also very similar, which is after. So if you want to say after 20th of March, you can do that as well. You also have the option of saying between. So let's say I want to see all the patients between the 1st of April and the 3rd of April, that is 3 days. So I'll go to this option. The first thing it will ask me is after or equal to. Here I will put in 1st of April, go to the date picker. Here I have 1st of April and is before or equal to will be set to 3rd of April. I'll go to this and select the option of 3rd of April. There we go, and I will click on OK. Once you do that, your data will only be for 1st of April, 2nd of April and 3rd of April. Let's clear the filter and go back to the next one. Then we have tomorrow, today and yesterday. If you have data which is forecasted, so for example, if today is the 1st of January 2020, and if I have data forecasted for the 2nd of January 2020, clicking on tomorrow will show me the data for tomorrow. This will be the actual tomorrow that we have and not according to the data that we have in our Excel file. For example, the data that we have in our Excel file ends on the 9th of April, as you can see. So when I say tomorrow, it won't mean the 10th of April. It will be the actual tomorrow as in when you are operating this file. So this is how the tomorrow filter works. The other option that you have along with that is today and yesterday. Again, both of them work on the current date settings. So if today is the 1st of Jan, today will show you data for the 1st of Jan, and yesterday will be showing you data for 31st of December. Similarly, you have next week in case you forecast data for the next week, this week and last week. You have data for next month, this month, last month, next quarter, this quarter, last quarter, next year, this year, and last year. All of them work on a very similar principle, which is forecasted data for the next month, quarter, week, and so on. This week, this month, and so on, if you have data for the current week or the time period. And if you have historical data, you can look at that as well according to your month, week, and even by singular day. The next option that we have is year to date. Year to date basically means the first day of the entire year till today. So if today is the 5th of May 2020, year to date selection will show you the data from 1st of January 2020 till the 5th of May 2020. This is how year to date works. The next thing that we have is all dates in the period. This is something which is unique, so let's discuss this as well. At the top we have the 4 quarters. Then we have the month name. So we have from Jan till December. What exactly is all dates in the period? Imagine that we are having data for 2018, 19 and 20. That are 3 years. So if we are having data for 3 years, and if I go to all dates in the period and select the month of January, I will be seeing data for January 2018, January 2019 and January 2020. Here it will only consider the month. It will discard the year. Excel will not care about the year that you are in. It will only look for all the dates in the period of January, irrespective of the year. Similarly for Feb, if you select Feb, it will be Feb of 2018, 19 and 20. If you select quarter 1, you will have the data of quarter 1 2018, quarter 2 2009, quarter 1 2019 and quarter 1 2020. One thing to note here is when I say quarter, it means the calendar quarter, which means January, February and March. It won't mean the financial quarter in India, which would be April, May and June. That's one thing to note here, and it's actually very important to understand that as well. We start our counting from January and end on December instead of April to March as the financial calendar is in India. This is how you can use the different date-based filters in Excel. That's it for this lecture, and I'll see you in the next one.